In Gladiator 2, Ridley Scott takes us on an unforgettable journey back to the world of ancient Rome, following the story of Lucius, the son of Maximus, played by Paul Mescal. 16 years after the original film, the empire is still mired in political chaos, and Lucius's journey from a general in Numidia to the leader of Rome sets the stage for an epic conclusion. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. In this video, we'll be exploring the ending of Gladiator 2 and breaking down everything you need to know about Lucius's rise to power, the fate of the Roman Empire, and the thrilling, action-packed finale.
There is plenty of pain waiting for you in the next life. I don't know why you are
The opening conflict, Lucius's fall from grace. The movie kicks off in Numidia, where we find Lucius far removed from the political intrigue of Rome. As a general, he's living a relatively peaceful life until the Roman Empire comes knocking. Led by Marcus Acacius, the Roman army attacks Numidia, and Lucius's idyllic world is turned upside down. The death of Lucius's wife marks a pivotal moment for his character. Her tragic death drives him into a personal vendetta against AC Casius and the empire that he represents. But this battle is far from simple. Casius, despite being on the side of Rome, has his own ideals, ones that resonate with Lucius's late grandfather, Marcus Aurelius's vision for the empire. As Lucius is captured and sold into slavery, it's clear that his journey from peace to war has just begun. This marks the start of his brutal transition into the world of gladiatorial combat, where he will eventually face off against some of the fiercest warriors and political figures in Rome. From slave to gladiator, Lucius's transformation. Once captured and brought to Rome, Lucius is sold to Macrinus, played by Denzel Washington, a scheming gladiator trainer with his own ambitions. Macrinus recognizes Lucius's potential, not just as a gladiator, but as a tool to achieve his own political goals. Lucius's rise in the gladiatorial ranks is swift and bloody. His first fight, in which he kills a baboon during an arena battle, immediately establishes his ruthless nature. But while he proves himself in the arena, it's clear that Lucius's motivations are far from personal glory. He's not fighting for fame or wealth. He's fighting for vengeance. A fight to the death with Acacius becomes Lucius's ultimate goal. Macrinus, sensing the tension and knowing the importance of these two men's relationship, plans to make a spectacle of the inevitable clash between Lucius and Acacius. But what follows is not just a physical battle. It's an emotional confrontation with the ghosts of the past. The duel with Acacius, a moment of defiance. One of the most pivotal moments in Gladiator 2 is the duel between Lucius and Acacius. As the two face off in the Colosseum, it becomes clear that the fight is about more than just bloodshed. Lucius, having spent years hating Acacius for his role in the destruction of his family, comes to understand that the Roman general shares many of his grandfather's ideals. Acacius, played by Pedro Pascal, openly expresses his admiration for Maximus and his desire to see Rome restored to its former glory. As they clash in the Colosseum, Lucius begins to see Acacius in a different light. The two warriors stand on opposite sides of history. Lucius, the son of Maximus, seeking revenge for his family's death, and Acacius, who longs for a return to the more noble days of Rome under Marcus Aurelius. The pivotal moment comes when Acacius drops his weapons, choosing not to fight Lucius to the death. Instead, he expresses his loyalty to Marcus Aurelius's dream for Rome and his respect for Maximus. This moment is crucial. Lucius hesitates, sparing Acacius's life for a fleeting moment, even though the man is responsible for his wife's death. However, the emperors Caracalla and Geta, watching from above, do not share this sentiment. Displeased with Lucius's defiance, they order Acacius to be killed in a brutal display, much to the outrage of the crowd.
General Acacius, there are victories yet still to come.
Caracalla's madness, the collapse of the Roman Empire. As Lucius's journey takes an even darker turn, the empire he once hoped to reclaim seems to be falling apart. Caracalla and Geta, played by Fred Hechinger and Joseph Quinn, are shown as tyrannical rulers, pushing Rome into further chaos. Caracalla, consumed by madness and power, becomes a caricature of a ruler. His bizarre decisions, like appointing his pet monkey as first consul, illustrate just how far removed he is from any real sense of leadership. With the death of his brother Gaeta, orchestrated by the treacherous Macrinus, Caracalla is left to rule alone, but his erratic behavior only worsens. His reign spirals into anarchy as Rome's citizens, soldiers, and even senators start to question his authority. The instability in the empire sets the stage for the inevitable rebellion, and Lucius, now an experienced gladiator and strategist, is ready to seize his moment.
This ring belonged to Maximus. Now I give.
Lucilla's Return, a mother's last gift. In the midst of the chaos, Lucilla, played by Connie Nielsen, returns to the picture. The mother of Lucius, who has spent much of the film in hiding, now plays a pivotal role in the overthrow of the emperors. Lucilla, despite the strained relationship with her son, understands that the only way to save Rome is to unite behind a common cause. Lucilla's reunion with Lucius is fraught with tension, but it is also a moment of healing. She gives Lucius Maximus's ring, symbolizing the continuity of her father's vision for Rome and his legacy. This gesture is a key turning point for Lucius. It's not just a token of remembrance, it's a call to arms. With the ring in hand, Lucius begins rallying support from Casius's former soldiers who have been lying in wait, ready to restore order to the empire.
For power, I fight the free road.
The final battle, Lucius versus Macrinus. The climax of Gladiator 2 sees the final showdown between Lucius and Macrinus, the mastermind behind the political conspiracy. As Macrinus rallies his troops, Lucius assembles his own army of gladiators and Casius's loyal soldiers, setting the stage for a three-way battle for control of Rome. The stakes could not be higher. Lucius must not only defeat Macrinus, but also save his mother, who is held captive in the Colosseum as bait. With the battle for Rome's future hanging in the balance, Lucius's gladiators clash with Macrinus's forces in a brutal and bloody spectacle. The Colosseum becomes a symbol of everything Lucius has fought for: freedom, justice, and the restoration of his family's honor. But the bloodshed does not stop there. As Lucius approaches his mother, Lucilla is struck down by an arrow, dying in front of him in a heart-wrenching moment. Lucius is left devastated, just a few feet away from where he watched his father, Maximus, die in the first film.
Take your father's strength. His name was Maximus.
The final confrontation, Lucius versus Macrinus. The last man standing with his mother's death weighing heavily on him, Lucius heads to the outskirts of Rome to face Macrinus in a final confrontation. The two armies meet, but before any blood is shed, Lucius steps forward to confront Macrinus directly. The duel between Lucius and Macrinus is one of the film's most intense and emotional moments. Lucius, embodying the legacy of Maximus, takes the upper hand. He fights with precision and fury, ultimately defeating Macrinus in a nearby river, where Macrinus drowns after losing his hand in the struggle. With his final breath, Macrinus's reign is over, and Lucius stands victorious. The two armies, Lucius's gladiators and Casius's soldiers, come together in solidarity, agreeing to end the bloodshed.
Survive! Hold together and when a charges break for the...
Lucius's vision for Rome, a new era of freedom. After Macrinus's death, Lucius stands before the united forces, calling for an end to the violence and the restoration of power to the people. In a powerful speech, Lucius promises to rebuild Rome in the image of his grandfather Marcus Aurelius and father Maximus. This is not a vision of empire ruled by tyrants, but a Rome where the Senate and the people will have a say in their future. Lucius's final words echo the themes of the original film: honor, justice, and the hope of a better future. By the end of Gladiator 2, Lucius has become the ruler of Rome, but not through force or deceit. He has earned the respect of his people through his bravery and his commitment to a noble cause.
But whose head could I give you to satisfy your fury?
Conclusion: the future of the Gladiator saga. The film ends with Lucius standing in the Colosseum, taking a handful of dirt from the arena's floor and looking up at the heavens, as if seeking guidance from his father, Maximus. The stage is set for a new era in Rome, one that could be fraught with challenges, but also with hope for a better future. But is this truly the end of the Gladiator saga? Ridley Scott has hinted at the possibility of Gladiator 3, where Lucius now an emperor, faces the complex burden of ruling an empire he never wanted. Whether that vision becomes a reality or not, Lucius's journey from gladiator to emperor has been one of the most compelling stories in cinematic history. So this was for today's folks. See you in our next video. Till then, bye-bye and take care.
General will do. Rome has taken everything from me.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.